is up, you guys? Brooke here, and today is round 18 of the Strike Back Videoathon! Today's topic is supposed to be about series that you are wanting to finish this year, but I am actually wanting to go ahead and talk about series that I am wanting to start this year. There's a lot of books that I've just had in mind, like, yes, this sounds right up my alley. This sounds perfection. Perfection, that's what Chandler says. Anyone know what I'm talking about whenever he says gum would be perfection? I hope I'm not the only Friends geek on here. But really, there are so many book series out there that I have just never picked up, started getting into, and I'm wanting to change that this year. I am wanting to really get more into reading this year, because I felt like last year was just really just a big, fat reading slump for me. And I feel like I read a whole lot of audiobooks, and that is fine. I love reading audiobooks, and I'm going to continue reading audiobooks, but I do want to read a couple physical books as well. Physical meaning physical book that you can open or on your Amazon Fire, because I have an Amazon Fire and I love my Amazon Fire. So with that being said, let me get into my book series I want to read. First up is Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. I remember reading the first or second chapter of the first Falling Kingdoms book on my Kindle, and it was just kind of like, I had read it, I thought it was really good, and I had finished the sample that I had gotten on my on my Kindle, but I just was kind of like, okay, so I read the first couple chapters of that and I really liked it, but what else is out there? What else could I go ahead and see if I want to start first? And then I just never went back to it. I had liked what I had read, I just never went back to picking it up and actually reading the actual book. After I had read the first couple chapters of that one, I really liked what I saw, and I need to give that one another chance because apparently it's huge in the booktube community and the YA community, and I want to be a part of it all. Next up is the Red Rising series by Pierce Brown. Speaking of Pierce, have you guys seen his piercing eyes? But anywho, enough about the hot author. We're talking about his series, which is supposed to, I guess, be set on Mars in the future, and it's kind of, I guess, supposed to be kinda Hunger Games-ish, except not at all. It's supposed to just be very much like societies and things are occurring and things are happening. Can you tell I don't really want to know too much about it because that's all I know about it? I'm probably not explaining it very well because I really haven't wanted to branch out and look up what it's actually about because I just kind of want to find out on my own to see how it is. I know everyone says it's great, and I know everyone says it's awesome, and I know that they have kinda a spin-off series from the first Red Rising trilogy, so that's all I kinda need to know is that it's really good and good enough to have a spin-off from it, so yeah, I want to give that a read. Another series that I've been wanting to read is the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. And oh my gosh, I have never read anything by Brandon Sanderson before, but I just really loved his lecture classes that he does that you can find on YouTube. He has all of these classes that he's taught at a university. What university does he teach at? I don't remember, but oh my gosh, I would love to be a part of his class. I just feel like he gives so much good tidbits of info for writers that's just so delicious. I was in the middle of reading Keeper by Kim Chance whenever I was kinda starting to want to read Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson because that is a book of mine that I have that is by him. And I read the first chapter, and I have to say, the first chapter, it was like, oh wow, this is really good. Oh, speaking of Steelheart, that's another series I want to read. I feel like that's not his most popular series, and since I do have Steelheart, I would like to go ahead and read that series first because then it'd be a good intro into Brandon Sanderson, and then it would be like, oh, this is great, now I want to read more, and apparently Mistborn is like, amazing. And another book series I'd like to read, I don't know if I'll get to this one this year or not, but I really want to get into this series because I think they're actually coming out with a movie, either a movie or a TV show, but they were coming out with the Kingkiller Chronicles either in movie form or TV show form. I forgot which one they had said, but I would really like to go ahead and know what's the big hubbub about the series where the author, Patrick Rothfuss, takes so long to go ahead and publish each individual book. I think the first book was published, what, like in 2009? I want to look this up. Okay, so The Name of the Wind, which was the first book in the King Killer Chronicles series, was published back in 2007, and then the second one was published back in 2011, and there still is no third book out yet. I mean, that's a long time. I mean, that's almost coming upon 10 years, almost a decade that this author hasn't printed out the third book. And I think I did see somewhere that he had published kind of a half book off of the second one. Anyway, I think it was just kind of like a little novella that he had published after the second book, and I don't know if that one was well liked or not, but I mean, still, I really just would like to get into this series so that way I can prepare myself for the movie or TV show, whichever one it's going to be on, but everyone just raves about this series, and I would like to go ahead and rave as well. I've said this next book series a couple times on my Strike Back Videoathon videos, where I have mentioned that I want to read Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy. I own the first one in book form, and I just have never gotten around to it. Why? I couldn't tell ya. I just really want to try and give this series a shot, since everyone says how the writing is awesome and beautiful. And also, I'd like to go ahead and read Strange the Dreamer, which is also by Laini Taylor, but I feel like I need to read Daughter of Smoke and Bone first before I give her other, is that a standalone book? Is Strange the Dreamer a standalone, or is that part of a series? I don't know, actually. I'll have to look that up. But no, I just feel like it's more of a rite of passage to go ahead and read Strange the Dreamer after I read the first trilogy that she had written. Ooh, another one that is kind of on my most recent wish list of series to read is the Dorothy Must Die series. I don't know if there's another official title than that, but I really want to read that series. I just feel like that would be a good fall read, one of those books anyway. I just feel like that would be so much fun to go back into the world of the Wizard of Oz in the fall time. So maybe I can try and do that then. That'd be a lot of fun to go ahead and just kind of jump back into that world and see a very much different take on the lives of people in the Wizard of Oz. Okay, so that was the end of my round 18 video for the Strike Back Videoathon. Those are the series I'd like to start this year. Hopefully I get to those. We shall see. Definitely want to hit at least 3 of those series that I have mentioned, so hopefully I will get on it. Thank you all so much for watching today. I hopefully will see you tomorrow for the next video in the Strike Back Videoathon, and I will see you then. Bye!